to Rumble. Testing. Welcome to Unmuzzled Chat. All right, let's verify. Let's see if this is streaming. It's going to be a bit lag though. It's going to be a bit behind.
This is cool.
This is 2 viewers.
You already have 2 viewers.
But
are you one of them?
But it isn't happening. 3 viewers. Uh-oh. We got to figure out why it's not.
Who are the 3 viewers? Are they us?
No.
Well,
what did we do wrong? So, what's this?
I think you stream it from Rumble and let it go to stream.
Look.
What is that?
It says on Rumble, here's Rumble, you are live. We are in the wilderness. Maybe. Oh, this whole time.
It was just lagged?
I think it's just lagged.
Oh. So who are our 3 guests?
So we apologize if, in fact, this is working. It would be a shame. Oh, if in fact we recorded or we did an episode and the connectivity, because we're on Starlink and we're in the wilderness, we have minimal power and it is storming out there.
Yeah.
So our internet could be, I mean,
but this is like,
but
we are, like it's working.
It's working. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So people are listening to our.
So can people like do like a thumbs up or anything to make sure?
So there's a chat right here. All right, folks, welcome. It seems as though the stream is working. This is the first time Unmuzzled Chat has done a live stream, especially out in the wilderness. We've joined other patriots that created live streams where we just gave them the feed thus far, but this time it's actually independent. So bear with us if our connection's a little fuzzy and as we figure things out. But
see if you can get a thumbs up from people in the chat.
We have one other viewer. You want to give us a thumbs up? Let's give this a test. So right here is, I could chat with them, but then again, this is lag. So we should be here. And in here, it actually should, with StreamYard, it should, excuse me, also be able to communicate with the chat in StreamYard as well. That makes sense. We lost both our viewers, so at this point, it's just you and I. But more than likely, people will pop in and out. But let's not pay attention to that. And it seems like it's streaming, so
that's cool.
And it's recording. In fact,
so then you can, you could always edit it and add your channel later.
Well, with a live stream, I think it pretty much is what it is. You could, if I end up with the recording, then I could potentially. I hope this is educational for everyone, okay?
Yeah.
For the listeners, the ones that probably never want to do a podcast anyways, but hey, it's information, right? Yes, I believe we have the potential. We could pull that one down, edit, put it up. However, if it gets a few views and all this, it is what it is. Leave it up for sure. So, with that, we're just a couple knuckleheads, couple men out in the wilderness at the moment, and we are reined in. It is pouring outside,
and it's been pouring for hours.
Yes, and it looks like it's gonna be the case pretty much for the rest of the evening. Are you find it over there? Or do you want more light?
Oh,
But don't look at them.
There's definitely light in your face right now.
All right. Holy smoke. Well, it would be cool to ask, but dude,
like
it's
it makes me wanna,
Oh, you wanna view? You wanna on your phone?
yeah, let me see.
Alright, why don't you do that?
And then,
So this is gonna be a very rough start, folks, but we're gonna dive into some things. We're gonna dive into some challenges we faced in life, showing up for those challenges and actually failing at those challenges, stumbling through. It's life's full. Did we lose it? No, I think we're still on. Oh, now you if you're hopping on the Wi-Fi, you're just gonna challenge.
no, I'm not doing the Wi-Fi,
I'm gonna
actually.
make sure I'm off.
Yeah.
Bear with us, folks. Once again, this will be a rough start, but we're gonna dive into some hopefully really cool stuff.
Yeah,
No, check that out.
it's working.
Well, we're live, buddy. That I'm
So,
trying to see.
interesting,
Mhm.
you have to actually activate it if you're not. Interesting, okay. If you've never done live stream,
Okay.
so
Anyone in the chat, give us a thumbs up. We're just doing some beta testing with this live stream before we really kick off a conversation out here in the wilderness. I'll, uh, I'll even right, testing. We're trying everything out here, folks. Bear with us. Check this out, Mike. So on Rumble, so the chat does carry over to StreamYard.
oh,
Look, I wrote testing right here. Oh my gosh.
that's me.
But check this out. Look, so we could stay in StreamYard because boom, it's right there. We figured it out. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Why do a local recording in the wilderness when we could just live stream?
Yeah, this works.
Okay.
So, 5 views,
Okay.
but,
So the thing is
we've been on for 7 minutes, and most of that has been trying to, like, figure out
troubleshooting.
yeah.
So it's interesting, Mike. A muzzle chat, it seems as though we've hit some type of algorithm. Algorithms are all over the place. And it eerily happen on certain topics, and I don't know why that is. I mean, it's topics people, like Billy said, find themselves alone on an island really quick from family, church, friends, colleagues. It's just you don't go there. And I love Rumble because it's allowing me to be unmuzzled, but there's been a big lull
Hmm.
since talking on that. So I don't know. I guess at this point, it is legitimately conspiratorial because I don't have enough information to make that factual.
Well, what's interesting, you did it to multiple formats. Go to stream real quick.
Yeah.
Do you have it on? Did you put it on X as well?
No, I didn't. Oh, how do we do multiple?
You could do X.
Oh, edit,
You could probably do Facebook. You could probably do TikTok. I mean, I know that's not.
edit. Let's see. Choose an existing stream. Oh, right here. Add a new destination. Let's try X.
Mm, this is gonna get crazy.
Uh, authorize app. Bear with us, folks. We're really just trying to maximize the educational. Let's see here. Bro, look, I think I could save changes and that's it. I believe that
Can I
puts
can I go to X?
yeah.
Yeah, put it on and let me check X.
Hang on, like, what is it saying? A premium account on X is required to create live broadcast. I do not have a premium. I'm not gonna be paying
No, it's not.
for Unmuzzled Chat doesn't have deep pockets. Well, I'll remove X then.
Let me see if you can.
That's a bummer.
Do you have it as a channel or a user on that one?
On X?
Yeah.
Probably easier. I don't know. I don't know. How do we tell? Profile? Muzzle Chat?
Oh, look, it's there. Scroll
What?
down.
No, this was my advertising live stream
Oh,
now. Yep. All right, buddy. This what? Facebook does it too?
I think so. Like, so I don't know if you
This is
need a. I
interesting.
don't think you need a premium for Facebook. I got your tag, but it doesn't say it's live.
Facebook page, Facebook profile.
Do you have a page or a profile? Like,
Holy
oh no,
smokes.
it's on your user. It's under your first name
I'm learning
or your
so much right now.
yeah, it's under your full name.
Yeah, it is. So how do I do that? Page or profile or page?
No profile. Then you'd have to have your name unless you have
Hmm?
Unmuzzled Chat as a
I
page.
do, but we haven't been growing that.
Hang on, let me check real quick because you may want to do it as a page under Unmuzzled Chat and then
Interesting.
tag your name.
Right here. I think we're good. I think we're good with just Rumble, to be honest. Because it's all we're oh look, we just got a thumbs up. Description. We'll skip it.
What was that?
Look.
Thumbs up from who?
Oh, oh, it does want a description. Um,
Just grab what we did before.
ooh, there's 5,000 characters. So I will go. Bear with us, folks. This is really cool. If you are looking to start your own podcast, we are learning the streaming through the service StreamYard and trying to maximize because I believe on this account, the most basic account you can get, you can stream up to 3 places at once. Testing that out.
So you have 7 people watching
6.
on Rumble.
Let's see. Let's go here. I gotta do a new rumble just to wow. It's a lot.
Does it tell you the 7 people? Like, because it makes sure it's not us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we can
No, it's not. Okay. Trying to get this figured
here, I'll
out.
see if I can get people to
You know what?
jump in the chat.
We're already on. We should have probably done all that pre.
You know what? This is fun.
Just FYI.
Drop a chat here if you can hear us. 2 different ears. See what I did there?
Well, live video. Interesting. I don't know if that worked on Facebook or not.
Oh, so you have to I think you have to have a premium for Rumble to chat. Because mine just said you've sent too many messages. I only sent 2 messages.
What? No? What is it asking for monies?
No, here, I'll test again.
Oh,
Oh,
they
there we
just
go.
came through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a cost. All right, we're going to close that out and we're going to sit down our phones. We're going to have a man chat.
A man chat.
A man
Whoa.
chat. So you kind of brought up a I mean, I wanted to dive right into it. Like, well, what brings you up here into the woods? But then again, now that everyone clearly knows we're in the woods, you even wanted to dial back even further to give some listeners some maybe historical, you know, history on how we even know each other
Yeah.
and
I-
why. Yeah.
So we met in Tempe, and that was what, probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
When, I mean, we all have work to do, right? But I definitely classify, I was definitely more young and dumb,
Oh yeah.
and I was living at that time on the other side of the tracks
Yeah.
because I was a lost pup, lost in the wilderness, and I was wearing some scars and trauma, and like a lot of us do in this life, right? And I was hiding behind alcohol. I mean, there's an innocence to a degree. I see how in our society, especially for young folks, it's appealing. It's rolled into like everything. At that particular point in my life, I want to say it wasn't integrated into every aspect of my life yet personally, but
Right.
it um oh, what was I going to say?
Well, you went way deeper than I was gonna go, man.
Oh, wow.
Like you like I was just gonna say we met we met at
Oh,
Baseline uh
a
in
bo-
Tempe.
in Tempe.
We all hung
Yes.
out. We had a great group.
Okay. Yes.
um and then I don't know, life just kind of happened. We kind of disconnected there for a little bit. And then life happened again,
Right.
probably a few years ago. And then me going through personal stuff led me up here. I was, so this came about me being up here right now with talking to a couple close buddies of mine, and then I was like, wait, Geddes is up. He's up in the woods, man.
I'm up in the
I'm
woods.
like, let me call him real quick. You pick up. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. How about I stop in? What do you think? And
Be
you're like,
great.
come on over, dude. And
Mhm.
so loaded up the truck,
Mhm.
loaded up the tent, or the tents, whatever we got out there right now. And then just hauled out, and it's been awesome. I took the week off, so
Mhm.
this worked out great. But yeah,
I must admit to your face, live. I did already tell you, but live, why not? That like I apologize that when okay, yeah, we all go through things and it's really cool. We're similar in that fact where as we go through some challenges in life, how we are drawn. That's an
right.
interesting fact, like how we're drawn to nature, how we're drawn to, I don't know, solitude and everything. I mean, dude, everything you have said and challenged yourself with
Mm,
being here is nothing shy of admirable. I have the utmost respect, and it is quite beautiful to see. But I haven't, my apology is because, like I haven't been, things haven't gone quite as expected. And as the listeners don't know as of yet, is my one of my dogs almost died.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Talk about that.
by
That
the
was
time Mike, well, the thing is, I just recorded an episode talking about that. No,
oh
see, because I'm still wearing the same stuff, but I haven't uploaded. I was still in the process of editing that
yeah.
episode.
That was crazy though. Like,
Holy smokes.
but you know what's great? You know what's interesting about you saying that? It's less about, like, I didn't come up here for you to be like, oh man, like what do you need? Like that's not what it was
Get
about. Oh,
closer.
sorry.
Yeah, you hear
No.
that?
Oh yeah.
That's what the headphones are for,
Okay.
bro.
Well,
Keep yourself honest. I
okay.
don't want to be a Mike Nazi.
So but yeah, at the end of the day, like I didn't come up here for that. I came up here just to get away from the
Mm,
valley, really clear my thoughts, going through some personal stuff, like that 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 piece. And then that happened. I'm like, oh dang. Like, I will say this though.
right.
I thought about that, and I'm like at the end of the day, isn't it kind of serendipitous that the fact that I was up here, because like, and not that I did anything, but like you probably needed someone just to be here. Like, emotionally, maybe not, but at the end of the day, like, that was just a very interesting. I mean, especially now he's doing awesome. So,
Yes.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Spoiler alert. No, that's good. The Bolt, in fact, is seemingly doing a pretty quick recovery,
yeah,
and I'm hopeful that there really aren't any type of long-term effects because you saw him.
yeah,
It got scary, and I thought there could be neurological even damage, if not death, or nervous system
yeah.
with the lack of
Especially
function in
and
his
the
leg.
paralysis.
Paralysis.
That was weird.
Holy moly.
Yeah, but he seems like he's in better spirits.
Yeah. I think it actually was a wise move to head down to the vet, get that under the skin IV type thing, and that active charcoal and some kibble to help bind
I have
out.
no idea what the hell active charcoal is. Everybody keeps talking about this active charcoal. Like,
So charcoal naturally has so many like positive things. I mean, it can filter water,
hey, I hear all
it
the
it can exfoliate skin and almost like protect, bunch of things. But digestively, right? It acts as a binder
oh,
and kind of a coating and things like that too. But so especially with like toxins, so
so is this the same
active
thing as
charcoal.
like charcoal toothpaste? Because I use charcoal toothpaste every once in a while.
I mean, I'm not a scientist, so I can't really speak on
And I
the
and I
real science
and I thought you
behind
were
it.
James.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe next time. Um, active, active, activated charcoal. Is that what they say? Activated.
I think yeah that it well. So I use it.
So it's more than just charcoal. It does a little bit more. I think it's just more specifically
Oh,
created
okay.
for the binding effects. But
Okay.
even just straight regular charcoal out of a pit would help settle a stomach.
Huh.
100%.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never would have. Oh, what just happened?
It's just internet's doing its thing. Give it a sec.
Is it?
We're back on. Don't worry about it.
No, I think it's awesome that this is actually like, especially with your Skylink or
Starlink.
whatever,
Whatever.
Skylink, Starlink.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a packed house. We got the two pups over here. Once again, Bolt is doing great. Thank God. And thank you to everyone that responded out of support and prayer. That actually, spoiler alert, is going to be part of the title of that episode, The Power of Prayer.
Mm.
Because I truly feel like it's interesting, something you don't know. When I went over there and told you, when I loaded Bolt into the truck and I was going to take him down to the vet, and I was like, I just had the most comforting look from Bolt. Like he looked back at me, even with his crippled body, like he was going to be okay.
That's good.
You remember? And I was
Yeah.
just like, that feeling was really powerful.
No,
Well,
I don't remember that look, but I think that's like
well,
awesome that you
yeah.
have that.
Well, you were busy on your camp,
Yeah.
but I told you that. You remember that?
Um.
Right before I left.
Oh yes, yes,
I
yes.
was
You
like,
did. You did.
Bolt
Yeah.
just gave me the most
Yes.
comforting look.
Yeah.
Well, what you don't know that I did talk about a little in the episode was I did a prayer right before loading him into the truck, and was just seeking like that this is gonna be a right move for him, and it's gonna help him and heal him and
Good.
and this and that. And then boom, I got that look. And what's interesting, just personally throughout life, there's a lot of situations like that. So it's not like, oh, a one-off situation. Like it's just beautiful. Uh, it, I've accumulated kind of a testimony of the power of prayer
Yeah.
throughout this walk. But anyways, we are all on our own path, and I know you what you seek things other than God per se.
Yeah.
Like you're out here.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the church, but
Yeah.
and a lot of my friends, including yourself,
Yeah.
are believe in God and everything like that. And I'm not going to go down quite that route,
No.
but my whole thing is my, and we talked about this last night. My thing is spirituality. Like at the end of the day, you've got to have some kind of spiritual connection. There's a higher design.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, regardless of where you fall in the religious aspect and whatever, religion you believe in, but have some kind of spirituality. So, and I think nature does that for me, especially with the fact that, I mean, I grew up
100%.
camping, with this new truck I got. I mean, it's literally built for exactly what we're doing right now. So
You saved that truck. It was a Tonka truck when you bought it. It was like our childhood dream truck.
Yeah,
But it just wasn't practical. But you brought it back to life, and it's a very, very nice truck and
it's been
rigged
fun.
out
Yeah,
really well.
it's got a couple things it needs, but but what I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, like I'm glad the way that it's set up, and
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I mean, I wanted to get out here. I mean, even today with the rain, I'm just opening up the tent and just like, I mean, I threw on, I don't know, I'm watching this Antarctica show, and it's just a series on people who work in Antarctica, and I actually enjoyed it.
Oh,
And I had
cool.
the rain, the wind coming through, and
To be out of the valley, 9,200 foot and change. So we're up there, and it's nice.
yeah,
It's a great altitude at this time of year in Arizona to be.
yep,
So it's interesting reflecting back. Like we've really gotten along, and had like good times. But then we've also had our moments, and then we've gone on different paths
yeah.
and different life choices and this and that. But I've always viewed you, Mike, to be. I mean, you're very sociable
Yeah,
character. Like
I'm pretty shy.
yeah, totally. You're a people person. I view you as a leader. Like people just naturally want to
Appreciate
be
that.
around you, follow you, and you actually no, you're highly intelligent. You actually maybe even too much for your own good at times.
I would say that.
But we all
Like
this is
not the
something
highly intelligent part, but the to get it. Yeah.
too well. I see it with people. I don't want to say
I over
myself, but
logic.
yeah, we all have refinement to be had. And
Yeah.
I love just kind of how I keep integrating. It's so much like the gym, and all these aspects to life really are, because the human nature in this state we're in, we're just such a limited being. It's almost like we're dealing with amnesia all the time. It's
Yeah.
just kind of in and out. It's
We,
a forever work of
yeah,
progress.
we talked about that yesterday too. Like, kind of. So here's my issue with the logic is, and we talked about it yesterday. Like, and I've had people tell me this, that you need to live in the moment, because I'm like 4 or 5, 10, steps out, like all the time. My mind
The moment
constantly thinks that way, and then it's like,
you're not present.
no, I'm not present. But then the other
Yeah.
piece of that is, I think, and we had talked about this quite a bit, and I think other things have pushed me to not be present. So I'll use
Mm,
smoking as one of the biggest examples.
right.
Um,
Ooh.
there's been times where I literally will go, like it'll be a family function, and then I'll just walk away because I have to have a cigarette. I'm like, what? But so that piece has been annoying.
I actually get that. I can even embellish on it, because I mean, I'm not happy to admit, right? But alcohol
Yep.
100% is a gateway drug, right? And when I got more and more reckless with that, right, I didn't mature fast enough to like rein that in and keep it at a mature, more so healthy level. I reflecting back now, you got to keep it very minimal for it not to be negatively impacting the way I can see it now, because it's just like, why go through this life with a crutch when you're capable of going without one, because you could face every challenge soberly head on with
Yeah.
a clear freaking mind.
Well, when we had breakfast today, I didn't tell you
But
this. Like, sorry to interrupt, but like,
I probably lost my point anyway.
Sorry.
I
But when we had breakfast today, and I told you I was up until like 4:00, I literally went through and like kind of just looked at the path of the last 20 years of myself, and anywhere from a bad decision to even just like a not good decision has been based off of alcohol, like pure and simple. And not alcohol. I will caveat this, and I'm not trying to excuse this part of alcohol, but it was, you know, beer. I could sit and have a beer like right now, totally fine, no issues. I'm not going. But the problem is, you said gateway. I think beer is the gateway to liquor, and liquor is the overall, like, that's the piece that's the part that has really kicked me. Is
Right.
I go through these modes where I'm like, I'm just gonna drink beer. I'm fine, no issues, zero issues. What it is it's doing that shot and then more liquor and then and I go down this path,
It just builds and
and what
builds.
happens is, and I was literally talking to several of you about this, is, you know, I'm not the person that can just sit down and have a drink. Like, I was telling you about one of my best friends growing up. He's like, I've never known you just to have a drink. Now, beer, fine. But what beer does is leads to liquor. And over time, all I'm doing is doing the exact same behavior.
Right.
No changes. And so yeah, it's part of coming here, is to really reconcile that. To really be honest with
Well,
myself and go,
you've
you
cold
can't do it.
turkeyed this trip.
Oh yeah.
You went from what, almost, I don't know, you're smoking almost a pack a day?
No, close to two. Pack and a half
Wow.
to 2 packs. And you got to think too, financially, we're
Wow.
talking what, 10, $11 a
Yeah.
pop. I mean, that's the other thing. And then going out like with
You know
alcohol.
what's crazy? I could see, if you see this out, I could see how your leadership, the way you interact, would even, like, your personal gifts would magnify. They they literally would
Yeah.
magnify, because I know the impacts nicotine, and to your point, even alcohol, that's kind of what you were hitting on with nicotine that I was about to embellish on, and then we all sidetracked, but it goes hand in hand with the alcohol too, in a sense of, and I'm just saying personally, from how nicotine took me out of the present, and let me finish the gateway part of it, right? Because I never would have touched a cigarette stogie, like, ever, without alcohol. Like, even with alcohol, there was a time I even met a dreamy gal, right? And she stepped out and came back smelling like a smoke. And we had kissed even at a pub, and I was just done.
Yeah.
Not even interested. But it wasn't much long after that. Like, I dated a closet smoker for a few months. I didn't even know she smoked. And so when I finally and it was so casual and so few between, and she didn't ever smell, kind of thing, that it didn't bother me. But it caught me at these weak moments where I was just so inebriated. It's just like, what is this all about? And it just, oh, that's nasty. But that's where it began,
My
right?
my mom calls me the dumbest smart guy. And
Oh
what what
god.
what she means by that is, like, the smoking, the
Yeah.
drinking, I mean, any bad decision I've had
Yeah.
is why does someone who has a brain, I'm like you said, you call me intelligent, so thank you, but someone who's logical, right? We'll call it
Right.
that. Someone who applies himself, who wants to learn. Why are you doing something to damage yourself?
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, just real quick to finish the point on nicotine and alcohol, uh, it as far as not being present, like, they both for me got to a point, and it's quick, where it's like you're here, but you're not. You all, as soon as you eat, as soon as just anything, like,
yep,
you're having the interaction, but all you want to do is be out and smoke. Like, you want to push the conversation outside to smoke,
yep,
and it was, to be honest, it got to that kind of same thing even with alcohol. Like, I would work to supply, my habit. So I was just working, couldn't wait to be out, and it's just it gets so dangerous, so reckless, sinful even, and
You know
damaging.
what's happened with my girlfriend and I is we have gone out to have a cigarette, right? And we're both on our phones.
Mm.
Um, or even worse is when I was at work, and I work from home now, but when I was at work, there were 25, 30 people out there. They're all on their phones smoking a cigarette. You're not even present when you're smoking a cigarette.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm
wow.
saying? Like you're talking about getting away and
Totally
going to smoke the cigarette,
detached.
but then you're even further detached just to
Wow.
have the cigarette, and
We
that's like your
you
your
know,
blankie or your
I
thumb. Like,
actually I'm very glad you brought up this blinking box, because in a huge way, once again, just like how innocent it seemed alcohol was, and even nicotine was, uh, whatever, nicotine number, whatever, but how innocent this seems, but how it also inhibits in a huge. I get there can be a lot what it can provide. I mean, we're in the tech space now on Unmuzzled. I mean, I never
so
in 1,000
unfortunately,
years would have thought I'd be on here, but
unfortunately, this
it's one of the players now.
yeah,
We should
this
add
is a
that in there.
positive and a negative, right? Like, this in
But
itself is something that I I go back and forth, and I work in tech, right? And so, like, and I work with data engineers, which are phenomenal, the most brilliant people I know. And um, what's interesting is it's catapulting society, but it's also making people even more stupid in a lot of ways. And I hate to use that word stupid, but
well,
like what I
you're
mean is, like,
right. And
you don't need to. So this is the
in
example I use.
real life interactions, real like
Yeah.
reality.
So this is the example I always use. So the abacus, right? For to do calculations. Then you have
Okay.
so you had first you had your fingers, right? Then you had the abacus. Then you had the calculator, just the good old fashioned calculator, right? Nothing spectacular. Then you had a TI 83 plus. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do.
Texas Instrument created this.
Those were too
They're
complicated
like
for me.
$120.
Yeah.
This is also like 20 years or no, what, 30 years ago, 25 years
Oh
ago.
my gosh,
And
we're getting old.
and then then now you've got it on your phone. I have a TI-83 on my phone.
Wow.
And so here, but what it does is it doesn't give you the opportunity to really learn. And I hear people all the time, well, robots are going to take over the world and they're already doing that.
Mhm.
But on the flip side, so that's all the negative. On the flip side is you can get information out faster, right? You can communicate a lot quicker. But
Good and evil can.
good and evil, big time.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I've been called to do this, to try my best, to the best of my ability, to fight against a lot of that,
yeah.
right? And I think a lot of it has to do with because I haven't been on it and I haven't been brainwashed to the extent of so many others. But, not to say that everyone that was engaged couldn't see what was happening, because a lot of our strong patriots to this day on the leading edge, built out mega
So
platforms.
can I ask you, and I don't know if I ever asked you this.
No.
Is there a different sector, or no, I can't ask you. Is there a different sector out there that is so there's the brainwash side, right? There's the news side, right?
Yeah.
There's the information side. I want to learn, right? I'm talking about this device. Is there another sector out there that is pure entertainment? Can it be just innocent entertainment? Without and again, hang on, let me caveat before you answer, and I'll let you answer because you and I ping pong all the time. But before you answer, is because I've asked that question before to others, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, there's always an agenda
It
behind it. There's
seems
always something."
all
But if
forms.
it's just entertainment, pure raw fun, like there's okay, I'll give you an example. There's social media outlets, I'm not going to name them, that I go on, and it's just stupid video after stupid video, or it's cute video. Like, there's this monkey and this rabbit, or this bunny, and that literally are best friends, and I follow them, and it's hilarious. And like seeing that is that's just entertainment that has zero to do with an agenda. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the reason I ask that is, can this be used? Are there people, not is there people, are there people out there that can use this merely just for that? Or does it have to get deeper and deeper and deeper? Now, and again, I'll let you answer. This will be the last question or the last statement. You have the news, that's got an agenda, right? You have some of the stuff that is happening in like in kind of deep state and all that. Those are agendas, right? All of those things are real. But
Yes.
again, I just get on here for entertainment. Like
So depending on where you're even going, and this is where sourcing for everything is important to everyone. It's key in today's day and age, right? You got to source your food to ensure nutrition is entering your body. If you're going on for entertainment purposes, you still got to source what you're digesting in that realm because for example, if let's say YouTube is your go-to, guaranteed, and you could admit to me whether you're sane or not by being like, no, I'm not being manipulated. I'd be concerned because anyone that would use YouTube as an entertainment form, like source to a medium to substantial degree, guaranteed is being manipulated.
but how?
So they're the algorithms, okay, and so for example, do you know how much censorship and control is
Yeah,
happening on YouTube?
but it happens on all the media outlets.
Not technically, like so Rumble, for example, free speech. They support it, right?
Yeah.
The only limitation, and I don't feel this falls under the class of manipulation, is you can't threaten, right? You can't do illegal
Oh
activity
yeah.
on Rumble. They'll kick you off. They'll
Yeah.
give you the boot, but they'll allow you to be wrong, right? So YouTube obviously is just like the talking heads. It's bigger than an agenda. They in fact are appeasing their slave
Oh,
masters.
okay, hang on. So let me ask a follow
They're
up then.
doing what they're told.
So you said Rumble, right? Um, but Rumble's owned by someone.
Mhm.
YouTube is owned by someone. TikTok is owned by someone. All of so the
I
only way that
Mhm.
you're gonna get a social media or a news outlet that is pure, is you take people out of the equation. And unfortunately,
In a way, you're not wrong
people
because
own them. So you're gonna get, and remember, you know, and I'm not gonna go down
anyone
this route, but
anyone and anything is corruptible, right?
because people are flawed.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
so, and then back to like the food piece, right?
But you know what's beautiful about that flawed? Because that any time that's why people actually need to wake up and understand the actual impact and influence and manipulation because as Americans and so many people like you could talk on every single level um or aspect to life how things have been literally geared towards manipulation
Since
and we have been blindly entrusting it
since the beginning of
and we
time, man.
haven't been questioning it
But
like we healthily should,
yeah,
right?
but since the beginning of time, humans have been manipulating humans since the beginning of time.
Right.
I mean,
It's even in our personal
yeah.
relationships,
So
right?
what I'm saying to that is, at what point, and I've asked you this in some form before, and actually I mentioned it yesterday. So in my 20s, man, I was like all about like, I need to know what's going on in the world, you know, yada yada yada. And then I'm like, man, I don't know where it ends. I don't know at what point it's like actual um it at what point is it healthy, or is it just like, man, I'm gonna drive myself nuts, dude. Like, and this is why I go to like you and others where I'm like, give me your perspective,
With
because
deep dives and
yeah,
absorbing information.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. it was harder, more so, like, I initially, right, doing people were saying rabbit hole and whatnot, but I see it more like, no, we've been put in a box, it's breaking free of the box. If anything, you're crawling out of a rabbit hole to see the real world as it is and the full infrastructure of everything. I must say, I can attribute my greatest strength and blessing and peace and everything with the relationship with God
Yeah,
personally,
you were saying that
because
before, yeah.
in a way, and my listeners know, because but I don't think I've worded like this for you yet, where there was a shift for me, Mike, where there came a point I started to value my spiritual life and death over my mortal life and death. And when that happened, like this, yes, there's certain things that downright upset me. When I saw today, as I was trying to edit this episode and do my typical advertising gig, I saw a man beat on a woman on the Olympic stage
Oh,
and get the win. Like, that is that boils my blood. I literally want to get in the ring with that man because that's wrong, and
yeah.
we are televising that. To the fact it's even on television, the fact it's in the Olympics.
Wait, it was just a like a fan or someone, or it was an actual.
No, it was an actual event. I think it was boxing, Olympic boxing.
Oh, because of what's currently happening with genders and
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So,
That part of okay.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but hang
No.
on.
So there's
But
things.
you said
Mhm.
something though. I want to go back to the food, right? And you just said I value my spiritual, like my immortality, and such versus my mortal self, right?
Mhm.
Then why do you care about your food?
Well, so
And
no, no, no,
it's
no.
an honest question because
Yeah.
here's what happened with going back to the alcohol and the smoking and stuff. I thought of it as I'm just gonna live my life, man.
Right.
Like I'm only here for a certain amount of time. Like let me enjoy. Let me enjoy
Right.
these things.
So I've seen there's different levels of even faith. And that's the thing. Like, for me, I would still, and I almost always feel like I'd consider myself a baby Christian. Like, I'm still learning things. And I believe, because in the Bible, it even teaches you to be humble and meek like a child. It's always thirsty. Because now you're never gonna have ego. You're never gonna have pride.
Mhm.
You're and that's a really good. And if we all had that kind of state, imagine the world we kind of be in, right? But there's some individuals out there, obviously Christians, that have such faith that with the blessing of a food, and they're not as worried. They're genuinely. It will be it will be purified,
Yeah.
right? It's not going to harm me because their belief is that strong. So for me, I mean, I can see how evil has intentionally in certain individuals to enrich themselves, have intentionally poisoned food, manipulated the whole markets, all this and that. So I view it's even been a way to diminish our spiritual connections, but more than that too, to be comfortable basically accepting to our slave masters. And I think a lot of Americans, unfortunately, are there.
Hmm.
They can even see what's going on. They know, but they're not showing up in the to the extent or level we would need to actually create the proper shift. So they're really rolling the dice
Right.
and really putting on a single man's shoulders, maybe Trump's, or something to that nature, when it really takes, like, we all have a role to freaking play here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, with the actual, like, real real levels of corruption, it would take a true unifying of a certain percentage of the people of this country or any country and worldwide to really rule out the corruption in their local areas or even worldwide. So, but that's been my question to the hundreds of millions of people is like, what is your precipice? When is enough for you to actually get engaged to the proper extent? Doesn't mean to take up arms or anything that no.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to avoid that. You know, I genuinely feel like evil would welcome that,
Yeah.
right? So there are proper ways of taking action on state levels, state officials. I view right here, that's the whole intent behind Unmuzzled and
Yeah.
Chat,
Yeah.
right?
Have a conversation. Like
Mhm.
that's part of the issue. I forgot who said it. It might have been, oh, it was is it Charlie Kirk said this. So I want to make sure I'm citing my source.
You're
But
good.
he just said when we stop uh chatting about things, when we stop having a conversation, then bad things happen, right? And
Mm.
that's not verbatim, but he said that in one of his chats. And that's true. Like, and so he goes to those campuses, he goes to college campuses, and he has these conversations, which is awesome because
He's very good at it.
yeah, he's having a lot of people that are part of that woke movement,
Mhm.
part of this like this movement of like everything has to be, so how do I say this? Everyone's uniqueness now has to be perpetuated into our own society, and like I'm like, well, no, you just be unique for what you are. Like you don't need to be verbose about your sexuality. You don't need to be verbose about your the way you
Well,
live. You don't
none
like
of that, so much of those things are not of an organic origin. It's intentionally
well,
being
and that was the point I
right.
was gonna make, which
Oh, okay.
that's what you're talking about, where it's pushing those agendas, right?
Mhm.
Kind of back to that conversation we were having before, and it's frustrating because I don't care how people live. Like, as long as you're a good person, you're kind, you're not hurting others, like you actually, and this is a big part. This is a really big part that people don't always do. Contribute to society, whether that's from you're teaching people something, whether you're working, whether you're doing something like this. Like
Mhm.
this is contributing to society, right? In a positive manner, right?
So my heart does go out to some of them individuals that in fact aren't contributing to society. Like there's actually been there has been like, for example, I could prove it that Democrats have in fact through generations now targeted Americans based on their skin pigmentation, geographically even, to uh, beat them down, more, pump more poison, pump more. I mean, everything from Planned Parenthoods, and then basically, so it's tough because I mean, I didn't. We don't need to go into like the specifics, but it's cool because I care about my brothers and sisters of. It doesn't matter what you look like, right?
Yeah.
Um, we're all children of God in my eyes. So it's like and even for the far left lib, I love you. You know,
Yeah.
I could see how on all ends there's evil, there's corruption. You know, it's just that's gotten freaking ridiculous. I like how Dan
It's a
says it.
two-party system, man.
Well,
Like
Dan
it's it.
Bongino says like Republicans may not be the solution to any of your problems, but Democrats are 100% the source of them.
Oh,
And I
that's
was
a
like,
good.
yeah, okay. Yeah, but because it's pretty well put. But then again, it's all a construct too. I'd actually really like to blow all that up and just get back to basing things on like merit and, you know, uh,
Well, I mean,
character, integrity, and
yeah. What is it that
action.
we talked about this last night? It was the top 100 families control the 98% or something like that.
There's, I believe, less than 100 families in this world that are basically ruling over.
Yeah, like 98% of people.
Uh,
And here and unfortunately, back in the day, you had gold, right? That was like the
so
you
you touch on currency now.
well, and now it's all about electronic fake money that
It's a
really,
debted system.
yeah, it's a debted system. It doesn't.
The Federal Reserve, the West Central banks, if we really want to sign our death warrant, we would hit that out of the park and connect those dots for enough people, but have to be big enough to become, oh, come on, this become an actual threat.
Yeah.
Um,
You're at 12.7 over there. 12.1.
12.
Yeah.
If that starts getting 11.7 or something, I might plug another battery just to extend.
This is I'm actually impressed how much this is working. Like,
It's fun.
but to your
This
point,
is
like,
cool.
like at the end of the day, we were talking about owning a house, right?
Yeah.
Owning a house is a giant joke because
Mhm.
unless you have someone else paying your mortgage, you're basically in debt for it. Like that's what it boils down
You
to.
don't own it.
No,
The bank does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. And I know that I talked about buying some properties
They're
and
squeezing us because essentially, once again, they're trying to dumb down us all to where we want the handouts.
yeah,
And there's seemingly not enough thriving economy to want to like have enough opportunity to go be what you want to be, what you were meant to be, and have there's so many it's all intentionally being done. Why are we accepting it?
but
That's what I don't
yeah,
freaking get.
the system though, at the end of the day, I tell people this all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody that works, like the middle class, you want to do as little as possible and get paid as much as possible, right? The reason is, and this is my thought process, and I've seen some studies on this. COVID, right? The pandemic, the scamdemic,
Pandemic,
or the pandemic, or
scamdemic.
whatever. Yep,
Yep.
that literally showed the poor and the middle class what it was like to be rich. Because guess what happened? You got to stay home, and you got to check. And guess what? That's what rich people do. They get to stay home. They get to travel, and they get a check. So it taught people, oh my gosh, this is possible. Like you can do this. The reality is we can't do this. Like you have to work. Like it sucks. You have to have money. Like at some level, you have to have something
I would
coming in.
love. Oh my gosh, that's where
What,
it's actually pretty cool.
wait, what notes did you jot down? Because now I'm intrigued.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to it because it's right here. It's not going anywhere. And you don't got a pen eraser, so we're good. Um. Oh, I had a point there, buddy. All right, we say your last point.
You have to have money coming in. You have to have you got to be working, because we're indebted to the system. We were talking about I don't know.
I lost it.
The scam pandemic.
Oh, that's really gonna bug me. I'm sorry, folks. I was excited about that
It'll
one,
come back.
and then we were gonna come to my note. All right, but hopefully it'll come back. I don't think it will. That's why I write notes. But I was gonna say it anyway. A little earlier, it just popped in my head. I was like, you asked me, and I never effectively, and this is something I need to work on, getting more direct with answers. I need to also, it's forever improvement on listening, absorbing what the other person's saying and not just being excited
To share the next
to
point.
share the
Yeah.
next point. So you did ask, like, why eat healthy, basically due to that whole religious belief. And it's like, and I talked on that, other situations, people of faith and things like that. Well, in my eyes, and especially with the Lyme disease and the bioweapon,
Yeah.
right? And intentionally being poisoned, essentially, it's like health became so profoundly important to me. And I just realized, like, man, you lose your health, you lose all sense of quality of life. So in a way, it's why I try even go above nutrition, above like sourcing nutrition, sourcing supplementation, but sourcing, like I was telling you earlier, where you're like, I didn't know aluminum and all these harmful things are
Yeah.
in deodorants and lotions. There's carcinogenic there's things in sunscreen that are actually more cancerous than if you went into the sun without it.
Yeah.
You just got to protect yourself. Obviously, you don't want to burn yourself and things of that nature. That's not good for you. But they even say, to an extent, the sunglasses are what, even because there's a way your body absorbs
The UVs.
through and it actually triggers a response in your body to be able to absorb sun better than if you had glasses on, you would burn a lot quicker.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
interesting. And I guess there's even some science behind it. But so in order, in a way, for me to achieve, like, let's just even say the pinnacle of my spirituality, but not just the pinnacle of my spirituality, the best version of myself, the sharpest mind I could have, just it goes on and on. I gotta be cognizant of these things, period.
So that's awesome. That's your motivation. That's
No,
great. It made me think of this. My motivation
we have short lives,
is
Mike.
because my health is, and ours are kind of similar, because my health is bad, right? Oh, I did the 40 checkup. I turned 40 in January. What am I? I'm like 2 weeks older than you or something, right? Mine's the 8th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm like,
2 weeks.
yeah, okay.
23rd. Yep.
So so respect your elders. So at the end of the day, I went and had that 40 checkup, right? And they said, you have a bad heart.
Oh, no
You're
kidding,
overweight.
bro.
You're
You know what's crazy though?
well,
The body's miraculous. I'm telling you,
no,
things can really turn
the
around
heart
quick.
piece they
But
think could be hereditary because my biological dad had that. But I will say this, that
sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
that's
Continue.
the last few years. I'm going to use smoking as an example.
Yeah.
The breathing piece, like just simple breathing, it's closing the oxygen to my brain, which is making me lose my attention span.
Mm,
And it's because I smoke so much. So
mm,
like I over the last few years have gotten more and more agitated. And the drinking would be to self-medicate that. And it was like, but you're putting like fuel on the fire.
mhm,
And anyways, that was my motivation too. It was also health, but mine's more like about, I agree. I want a good quality life. Like I don't want to have to put my boots on, which I did earlier,
mhm.
and go because I can barely
You
lean
are
over to pull the boots up.
you are at a higher altitude too.
Well,
Just saying.
no.
There was
Yeah,
some. I actually found myself catching breath on episodes that I've done up here, and I'm like, why am I winded? Why am I hearing myself breathing more up here? And it's
the altitude's higher.
altitude.
But
But
if you're a smoker, I mean,
yes, dude, you know what? It all starts with being honest with yourself and acknowledging, and the fact you've come up, I mean, you've sounded very profoundly convicted and you have been taking action, and that's great to see.
thanks,
At
man.
the end of the day, it's your life.
Yeah,
It's your choice. But then again, we are all visiting, and it does fly by. I
yeah.
mean, it really does. And in the middle of the suck and things like that, it can seemingly it really and you get all wrapped up and encompassed and can't see really out of kind of moments like that. But dude, look at the last 40 years, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
so what's
and
crazy is
kind of
that,
halfway.
yeah, it's nuts turning 40, man. I was like, in my head, I'm like, there is no way I'm 40 years old. Like
Yeah.
and but I will say this, that and my dad used to say this all the time, and it's so interesting because it is so true. He'd be like, "You'll get it when you get older. You'll get wiser when you get older."
Are you
I
getting
feel wiser,
mm,
like, and I feel like at 40, I really made a choice in myself of like, you've got to start making action. But I didn't really do it. Like I did it in little spurts,
mhm,
and now it's like, no, like it's time. Like it's time for you to like really change some. I was saying this before to you, like patterns, right?
mhm.
My mom shared with me the difference between mistake and a pattern, and you got to break patterns. Like you just have to, like, because if you don't, you're going to continue the rest of your life feeling
Mhm.
the exact same way. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a
We've
different
all
result.
done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Bro, it just hit me. It would be really cool to even, I don't even want to say document your journey, right? But literally, like, have you back on, tell us how it's going,
Yeah.
because it's it for me, it dates back quite a while. I mean, over a decade now, smoking, over 7 years now drinking. So, I mean, I can obviously reflect to like that dancing story or situations like that, but there's other profound things that you could pick up that you could share with others, and it could even be totally different. Um, I'm telling you, there's great blessing to assisting others in their challenges and stuff too. As you know,
Yeah.
like there's nothing more fulfilling
No one I
than
ever no there's not a single person I ever met that quit smoking and drinking and their life got worse.
hang on,
Do we lose it?
hang on. All right, just repeat what you just said,
Oh, I just said
just in case.
there's not a single person who quit drinking or smoking that I have ever met that their life got worse. So like
Wow.
so
It might have got more challenging,
no,
right? It
no,
doesn't mean it was all
but
roses, but
it's never roses, right? Life is life. Like but no
that
one
they regretted it.
nope. Everyone's like, God, I'm glad I quit
Right.
smoking. God, I'm glad I quit drinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
your bank account goes up, your self-esteem goes up, your
Yeah.
relationships get better, your health is better. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so many benefits to this. And I've seen you,
Ex-
I've seen
Life
other
experience.
of our
Yes.
close friends.
Well, shout out to Eric. Hey, Eric, we
Yeah,
love you, brother.
yeah, Eric, absolutely. Like,
Amazing,
and
selfless
yes,
man.
and seeing those people make those changes,
Yeah.
I mean, they're happier. And it's interesting because I also associated my own identity to these things.
Mhm.
Like, what? Like, there's so many cooler things about you than that.
Mm.
Like that's your identity? You smoke and drink? Like,
Mhm.
that's pretty damn pathetic. Like,
Mm.
that's not someone's identity. That's something you do, but
Wow.
it doesn't actually define you. And so that's the other piece where talking to a lot of my friends, including you, like, where it's like, yeah, that journey's gonna be hard,
Mhm.
but it's really not either. It's funny because I'm like, wait. How hard? Wait, why is this hard? No, oh, I'm not just opening the fridge to grab something. Oh,
The
I'm not going out.
momentum of overcoming, like, the
It's overthought. I will say this. I think too many people
Mhm.
overthink this. I was one of them. And honestly, even up to this point,
Just
Sunday,
do.
where it was like, dude, I, I have been overthinking this. So I think I told you this story. This happened a little bit earlier than I thought it was going to, but August 1st was the goal, right? That's today, actually. Today's August 1st. And I was like, I'm getting ready to finish out that second
I
master's.
didn't put any dates or
No,
anything. Yeah, you're a thinker. Yep.
yeah, but in my head, I was like August 1st, and I was building up to it. You're gonna quit smoking, you're gonna quit drinking. And what happens? And I've done this time and time again. You build up, you build up, you build up, boom, it doesn't happen. And then something personal happens where you go, damn
Mm.
it,
Life.
time to pull your head out of you know what
Yes.
and figure it out.
Yes.
And you have to make those changes. And it's not easy, it's not fun. But it is going to be I would love a follow-up because
That'd be
a
cool.
month from now, 3 months from now, 1 year from
And there's
now,
zero judgment.
yeah,
You're back at it, or you slip. No, it's choice, and it's your choice to continue and improve to the maximum that you know how,
yeah,
or to a lesser percentage, as to because you know it's kind of like, did that resonate with you earlier at all, like facing, and you don't have to literally stand in front of that mirror. You can, because subconscious is actually sometimes, way
yeah,
more of a powerful part of you, an influencer, in a way, than just us even communicating here now.
yeah,
It's interesting. So to subconsciously, like really absorb, that's where you could visualize standing in front of the mirror
yeah.
and asking yourself, do you value this
But
existence?
very literal to that point,
Yeah.
I've had a hard time standing in front of the mirror because of what I see or what I have become in the last 20 years
Mm.
of this part of my life, right? And I'm going to go back to what I was saying. because I know we were kind of you and I always tangent.
Ping
so,
pong,
yeah,
brother.
Ping pong always.
We should be here with battles.
We should have like one of those talking sticks, but
oh my gosh.
but you
No.
know, back to the kind of going through. I went through like photo albums, last night. I went through
cool.
I went through like social media, and like I started thinking through like the last 20 years of just kind of like what got me to this place, right? Good, bad, and indifferent, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of bad, and a lot of things where I'm like, I'm not proud of. Now, that was for last night, and that's where it's staying. I'm not going to bring that forward because I have beat the hell out of myself for decisions for a long time, which then repeats itself. That's that pattern again, right? That's that constant beat the hell out of yourself. And it's like, whoa, stop, collaborate and listen. No, stop. And like really, really think through how can you make some meaningful change. So and again, it's not, I make it sound like I'm overthinking all of this right now. So whoever's listening, you don't need to overthink this. Like, don't set a date for yourself.
I like this.
Just
I like it.
Just go, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm not talking about cigarettes or alcohol. I'm talking about anything in life where you're like your job or your relationship or something that you're in that you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like, it's really, really simple. Now, I make it sound really easy, but truth be told, you have to get to a point as a human being and go, my happiness is worth more than anyone else. And not in a negative, selfish way, but like, you have to stop that pattern for yourself.
So there's obviously certain situations with relationship, maybe marriages and kids and things like that, like not just boom, like there's conversations, adulting, and you don't want to hurt anybody, right?
No.
But I captured what you were getting at.
Well, back to like the whole friendship thing and like relationships as a whole.
Yeah.
Friendship should be, so I always tell people friendship is a selfish act. You're like, what? Like, being a friend is selfish. So I'm going to use a shout out to Eric. Well, we both love Eric.
Yes, we
Eric
do.
is one of the nicest, will give the shirt off his back human beings in the world, right?
Yep, 100%.
But Eric does that for a reason. He's selfish because it makes him feel good. It's like giving, and I say this all the time about
Eric's selfish?
Yes, but in a good way. Like, that's a positive selfish. And because he wants that fulfillment to feel good, to have that feeling that he's helped someone, and he's naturally a helper. But like giving a gift to someone, right? You give a gift to someone, and again, yeah, I know. Just go with me on this path real quick, because I don't.
Eric, I got your back, brother.
No.
But I would call it selfless, not selfish.
No, but
like,
it's a ping pong
because Eric is, there are, okay, I agree that there are individuals that go out and do things like Eric does selfishly because they seek accolades. Eric, I'd say,
I'm talking about an internal feeling though.
Less.
Eric has been raised to want to help people out that makes him feel good, right? He's, and let me use the gift idea. I know.
See, like I said earlier,
selfless,
like
is
I was
the right
saying
term.
earlier, there's such blessing and like showing up, like to your, like, to my point of having you back on and sharing some things, there's great blessing, right? And
but that would be a selfish act for me. You know why? Because it would make me feel good. Now, I'm not saying this in a bad way. And again, you are using selfless correctly. I'm using selfish incorrectly. But the reason I'm saying it is it's a ping pong, right? Like if you give a gift to someone, I give a gift to you, right? I know it's gonna make you smile, which in turn is going to make me feel good.
Yes.
That's actually a selfish act. So yes, it is perspective, because you're right. Selfless.
You know what, listeners, we might just prove to you all how analytical, like how overthinking.
100%.
You've been saying your mind's over, you overthink things. You just proved it.
100%.
To talk about selflessness and argue a selfish act. I'm like, yeah, you're going, you know what? And this is interesting too, is like, sometimes we go on deep, discovery and like think now it's like golly, I'm tripping up over words. It becomes in my eyes, I'm like, oh, what might be the intent? And it's interesting. Sometimes I'll admit when I try going down that road you just went on was like I actually had a selfish intent of not even like I was trying to impress. Like I was trying to like prove intellect or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think outside of the box where people are like, "Oh yeah, I want people to be like, oh, is
Yeah.
but it really
Well, and kind of back to this whole concept of like friendship, like we have friends for a reason. So like, it'll be a last reference there. Well, probably not, but I,
probably not.
but I,
We'll make the whole episode about them.
but I'll tell you right now, like,
Oh,
and
hang on. Hold that thought.
I'm holding it.
Folks, if you can hear us, we're just waiting because
Are we getting any chats, by the way?
screen. Oh, let's go, James.
Who are these people? Do we know these people?
I want.
We're getting some.
Is that? It might be. I think that's the new roomie.
Nice.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We love you all. We hope the conversation is real, unmuzzled, and it's okay. This just could be us lagging on our end, right? Because the
Yeah.
internet's having to do a lot.
But hang on, I want to land the plane with this friendship real quick.
But we love you guys.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Ditto. Okay. So friendship though, you have people in your life for a reason. You would not have certain friends. Like I think about and really the last year, no, probably the last few years, I've really looked back and go, do I need you as a friend? Like, what do you do in my life? What kind of things are positive about you? Why are you doing anything? And I'll tell you, it's been liberating getting rid of people who I thought were friends. And it's interesting during that journey, you and I got closer again, which I think is really cool. Because that was a journey of me going, I'm getting rid of people, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to get rid of James. Like,
well,
like
I can't get rid of you because you're friends with Eric, and I
well,
freaking love Eric.
you
So
know,
you're
isto de facto, whatever.
and you can't get rid of me because like
no, but
Eric's a lifer.
yeah, he's the glue, So,
No,
but at the end of the day, like I will say that that when you really start to sit back and look at who is in your life,
no,
man, and you start to go, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope, 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 nope. Like, and you start to, I mean, dude, I just, I went on this camping trip about a month ago, and one of a childhood friend of mine, I'm not going to say names, he's not a fun person to be around. Guess what? I don't want him in my life anymore. Bye. Like I'm done with that stuff, man. I'm 40 years old.
right.
I'm not putting up with that kind of behavior and that crap. Like,
so especially when we're younger, I feel we naturally, and even when you're older, like you mature and it becomes a little different. But as humans, it's like we long to be liked. We long for
community and acceptance.
Yes. And it was when you're young, it's more a numbers game.
Yeah.
And when you're older, it becomes more a quality game. Not even game, right? It just like that added value, that synchronization, the mentoring, this unwavering support, right? People that I mean golly, there was another point to that. James, come on, line brain.
Is it the rain?
Is it the rain?
Yeah, you think
no, I said line brain. Oh,
it's not raining anymore. Remember I said 8:12. It's 8:37. Which is crazy because I don't hear the background of like the anymore.
So what device are you using that seems to be so accurate.
Device?
Yeah, about the rain.
Oh, probably one of those news outlets that's, got an agenda.
Oh my gosh. All right, you stay here.
Oh, we're at 11.7.
Entertain. I'm gonna hook up the battery. I'm gonna be right back.
We should eat those burgers or steak later though.
Yeah, 1 sec. It's dark. Entertain. Just say hi to Eric.
Is Eric even on?
Oh, oops. Oh, that's not good. No, but you'll come across it.
Can we pause it? Well, I guess I'm entertaining you guys, so I'm just gonna talk to myself. We'll be back. We're trying. So what James is doing right now is I'm gonna try to say this correctly. He is taking the lead battery to jump the lithium one, if I remember. There are 2 lithium ones. This is where I need Eric. He could better explain this. And then we were taking Eric's Dometic fridge, and that was charging off of that. Then we had a Jackery, my Jackery that I bought from Eric, which was charging off of that. And now we have no power to any of those because we had no sun today because it's been raining all day. So yeah, it's been an interesting day for sure. Oh man. Well, I'm probably going to, when James gets back, I'm going to have him entertain you guys. I don't even know how to even look at this. 1 second here. So this has been an experiment of live chat today. I think, he wanted to test all this out. I think it's going well.
What a wild adventure. Did you just stop talking?
For literally 2 seconds. I didn't have a lot to, and it's interesting. The one person who
just talked about yourself. I do solo podcasts all the time, Mike. You don't need to be embarrassed.
I don't know.
Let's see. We have 9 stayed on
to listen to me
to
talk.
listen to whatever. I apologize. Whatever he said, I may agree. I may not agree.
So I'm gonna have you talk to yourself real quick because I have to use the restroom.
So I actually had 2 hours out there too, but I didn't. See, that's a problem with the live stream. I guess not. Joe Rogan has his guests go, and
yeah,
I should have just went.
Did I need to get permission?
I apologize, folks. See, this is the difference between just live stream or editory
so
abilities.
The cool thing, though, we said this before, with the live, you can splice out even that gap right there, and then you can still repost that. So go through and just go.
But it'll be a separate. You can't do that to. Meaning, so get this. This live stream, will be posted when this is done. You'll have X amount of views to it. So what? You want to create an edited version after the fact, deleting that many views? Because the whole point of the live stream is to gain momentum.
Wait, but what? But
because you can't edit and then put it on that same that same.
You can't.
No.
Oh.
Because what is what is.
That is very that's very honest and real of a platform to not allow you to edit it after the fact. Okay.
So you would be deleting any momentum, right?
Yeah.
And which if you messed up that
Man.
bad, depending on what you said,
all those platforms with those agendas, James, so many agendas.
well, it's crazy. I mean, it's no secret.
I will say this is kind of comfy.
What do you mean kinda?
No, I mean,
It works,
no,
right?
it's good.
The
Like,
studio?
yeah, this is,
So that armrest, we'll do a shout out to Bond Charge. It's one of our sponsors.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
And that infrared sauna blanket I attribute to helping detoxify a lot of the toxins and poisons. You know what's really crazy, Mike? Even some of the stubborn belly fat I've dealt with, it actually has even helped break up.
Man.
Like it's going away. And it was noticeable as soon as I started using that. It's crazy.
So I don't have belly fat. I just have a belly.
I remember when you used to not have a belly.
I know. It's, yeah, I'm 206 pounds.
Oh, you got
and
more weight than
and
me.
I'm 5'6". That's not healthy.
Let's get you back.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, you have gifts, brother. Okay. And you really kick these things. You will, and you also kick the narcissist out of you, right?
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, right?
Yeah.
Then, bro, you will be, as you so eloquently put, a selfish Eric.
Yeah, that's what I want to be, a selfish Eric.
No, you'll be selfless, okay? Because, like, bro, you just captured something. That, my friend, I mean, that, whether you believe in it or not, it's the only perfect example we had. Jesus Christ, living a selfless life on behalf of others. And ultimately, if we all lived in that manner, we could even be rid of currency.
Do you think he was selfish? Maybe because he
No.
had a book.
No.
He had a bunch of books written on him.
No. So look, because I genuinely could, and think about it, like we could get rid of currency, things like that, because we could just simply do things for one another. As one has gifts, so it's interesting. Like
Never happened.
you know what's crazy?
It'll never happen.
Even with this podcast, as it has had value, and I'll just be fully upfront and transparent. It has had value. Like I'm so grateful for even Unchained Wellness Clinic because they onboarded me. They gave me they were very charitable, right? Doing testing and things like that. And obviously, so I can share on the platform what they have to offer to help people, right? Yeah. And there's, so I could see bartering. I mean, that's the oldest kind of currency there is. It
is.
And it's tax-free. It's actually a big solution to a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
So even when I was down at the animal clinic, because finances are extremely tight, I was talking to the doctor about some things, and anyway, I was putting it out there and putting the fillers out there, and there really wasn't any bite, right? Yeah. And that's what's sad. That's what's sad, that the world has gotten to this place. And I actually have a plug to do of a solar company here soon on even them lithium batteries that are kind of failing us right now. But
that's what I was talking about when you were gone. I was like, I don't know what he's doing. It's something about a lead battery to a lithium battery. I don't know.
Lead acid.
Yeah, lead acid. Yeah,
I'm just trying to give it a little bit of a boost. It's probably a no. There's some electricians out there like, what are you doing? If they actually knew.
All right, well, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Well, you know what, an hour 29, because the thing is, with whatever I did,
I can't see that.
It's 11:04.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really boost.
Yeah, that's.
And if anything, it's a generator moment, but that generator's going to take quite a while to start. So why don't we leave this as an icebreaker, okay? And we'll see how we feel about it. Talk about it, think about it, and we're here for another day. And if it's raining tomorrow,
I don't know. I mean, depending on, I might even stay till Sunday.
Okay.
Like it all depends,
Okay.
without going into too many details, but
Right. But what I like is, I mean, we've all been growing up. Some slower than others. I mean, there's and it's not even a competition. It's all
yeah,
beautiful in and of itself. And it's just always amazing at any point to see people start acknowledging things, taking responsibility, accountability,
yeah,
and wanting to improve upon oneself. And that, my friend, if anything, is, I did say, like, I feel the key to life is serving others.
I,
I feel
yeah. I wanted to add kindness, right? Like it's like
kind of love,
there's like three things I think in life that we have to constantly be looking at. How kind we are to others, right? What are we doing to grow? And then what's the level of like respect and love and friendship and things like that we're building, right?
right?
Everything else is kind of crap. Like, I mean, it's like I think about
Well, let's acquire things.
yeah.
Let's acquire. No, I'm thinking because not you can't take none of it with you when you're done,
Nope.
bro.
Nope.
None of it.
But I will say
So
acquiring things, this this is a great setup you have, right? Like this was needed, right? You
it's
have
minimal.
yeah, it's minimal, but you have something to go camping.
I'm grateful,
My truck,
extremely
same thing.
grateful.
I'm very blessed because I get to do these things. I think I think that's okay, but I think and we can move on, in the next one about a little bit about this, but I think the materialistic kind of
Mm,
idea, you're missing those three things that I just said.
right.
Well, I said like six, but one of them's kind of lumped together: respect, love, friendship, relationships, kindness,
Are
and
you getting any of that when you're a cyborg walking around with this? No, by design. Okay, so as useful
you are
tools
no,
as they are.
you're getting the learning part. I will challenge that. I do think
Mhm.
we're learning differently, but I do think you get that. Now, good or bad. You could be learning stuff from that agenda piece that we talked about earlier, or so anyways, I'll let you close it out, but yeah,
Well, dude, I'm just excited on the to see the path you're on. Okay,
appreciate it, man.
okay, and the thing is, we only got our own free agency. Is that your phone? Oh,
No.
I'm vibrating.
Is it Eric?
Shout out to Caitlin. Love you.
Is
We'll
it
call you back.
I thought it was Eric calling.
Yeah. Should. His ears are burning. Or nose is itching. What?
I think it's ears burning.
Well,
Why would your nose itch
sometimes when my nose like crazy itches, it's like people typically when their nose is itching, they'll be like, "Man, someone's thinking about me too much." Or like, quit thinking.
I think it's ears.
But ears
I've never
burning
heard
too.
eyes
I don't.
watering. Okay.
I don't. This has been a fun chat. Sorry about the technical. This is our first live stream, so it definitely
I think it went well. I think
yeah.
I
It took a while to get going though, right?
dude,
We were
we
it
should
was
write down
rude to
those
be on
steps
the
though.
phones, but we will figure out the bugs before we hit live.
Sure.
And what you technically should do is set the time, and now you're even pre-advertising the show for hours or better days.
Dude, let's do that. Let's get that set up in
So we could choose
tomorrow
a
morning
time.
or something like that. But I will say this:
But we're
let's
mountain
jot
men. We're
down.
we're gonna probably wing it.
Yeah, we'll jot down some of those steps though. I think that was important.
You just touched on something. Okay, so life. Something about life. I want to write down.
Materialistic.
Okay, yes, materialistic
So
materials.
I don't think I ever realized that you were left-handed.
Yeah, dude. I'm artistic. I don't know what they say. What do they say about lefties?
No,
I'm
that's
an Ammy actually, but
I'm an amity as well.
oh, okay.
Left-handed. I play hockey and I can bat both.
Oh,
Golf, I should probably do left, but I
yeah.
do right.
Mm,
And then I right, and then yeah, and then my soccer foot.
very
A
cool.
lot of times I'll kick with my left.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Okay.
More
Anyways,
so an Ammy. Yeah.
mm,
Um. Yeah. Once again. Yep. Glad to see you, Pat. So more chats to be had, and you know what? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe here soon.
cool.
But listeners, a special shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Let me know what you thought of the live stream. Let me know what you thought of Mike here. And
You guys love me. I know it.
and I'm just grateful to show up to whatever capacity we can to help you in any way, shape, or form, right? That is truly the intention. I know we've had some fun here today and, just really did ping pong, but we went over some real life things, and I hope there's some gold nuggets in there, and I hope we can embellish and dive deeper on some of that,
For sure.
with time to, really just help. Oh my gosh. Like, I get it that people are gonna just have to learn for themselves for oh
I think it's just us doing, unless you're at 11.3 now.
for themselves for the majority of things in life, but there's nothing more real than people coming on, being vulnerable and authentic and sharing their story, right? And that's where I feel we could help resonate and help people from really having to live on the other side of the tracks,
Yeah.
having to get their education from the school of hard knocks and head traumas, maybe legal issues, maybe, just trial after trial that beat you down as though life isn't hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are clearer paths. And I'm grateful that we've made it as far as we have because, my gosh, it got pretty reckless, got pretty scary.
Yep. For sure.
I feel it's a miracle I'm even here today.
Yeah.
So, with that, folks, we love you. God bless you. God bless America. Till next time, take care. I don't even know how to end this thing. Here, let's just kick off the jingle until we figure it out. I think it's just this.